we're gonna play AI Dungeon! What should we do with it? Enter a prompt to describe. Okay. You are Timmy, a young boy. You are watching Family Guy. Guy. Your favorite show. Your sister Lisa sits next to you on the couch, holding her a bowl of popcorn as she watches the TV with you. You notice that the popcorn smells burned, but you can't bring yourself to tell her because you seem so happy. The TV suddenly cuts to static, and your sister gasps. Static fills the screen, and the room gets dark. Someone is gonna be heard from the basement, along with someone like singing. It's a creepy song. Um, what the Sigma? Lisa looks at you, concerned, expressing her bowl of burnt popcorn forgotten on the couch beside her. The static on the filters and flips, forming images of twisted face matte black. That's where sees it softly sitting up. Dad said he didn't home until tomorrow. Downstairs, like it's on late cards for this night. You notice it sounds like the family guy in theme song. The realizing sends a shiver down your spine. The eerie intensity of this feeling steadily. The familiar truth now twisted with something sinister. Lisa's eyes wide as he recognizes it too. That's not right, she whispers, her voice barely audible over the haunting melody. The lights flicker ominously, casting a long dancing shadow across the walls. You go to the basement door, ready to open it. The door creaks open, such darkness that seems to pulse with an otherworldly rhythm. The singing grows louder, more insistent, as it beckons you closer. You can feel the cold sweeping and seeping from the basement as crystal. As he's behind her, her breath can begin to short of her gas. Maybe we should go to our rooms and wait for Mom and Dad to come home. What if there's something dangerous down there? It could hurt Mom and Dad. She grabs her sleeve for a second, thinking, what if it's something worse? He whispers. The basement door swings wider, revealing a set of stairs that seem to twist and bend in impossible ways. Singing in intense light, you notice trains that move on a wall. No one has to move the singing figures. The palpable says that's the floor. You go down the stairs. On the walls are pictures of Emily Guy characters. Only they are hyper realistic. As you descend the stairs, the air grows colder and the singing becomes a cavernous of distorted voice. Pictures on the wall are indeed realistic, but are not such still images. They seem to be moving, the characters' eyes following you as you pass. The villain characters are twisted to grotesque versions of themselves. Their smiles too wide, their eyes too knowing. You reach the bottom of the stairs and find from a vision of the center of the house later. One of the present riffing Family Guy characters that seem to riff in the sword as you move. Sing that tune you hear before the Lisa says, Timmy, come back. Voice distorted. You see Peter Griffin. He is staring at you. He does his signature laugh before showing his true identity as a Maybe just feeling a laugh twisting and sound that makes you feel naked. His green skin close skin sickly pale. Stains closer to stain, where there appears to be blood. His eyes burn over the neck as he stood forward, revealing just more twisted family. Look on the side. I'm staring at you with you knowing grins. You see the giant chicken run at you. You head for the stairs. Turn just for the area, your heart pounding in your chest. The giant chicken's massive, feathered form looms behind you. Its beak snapping as it lunges forward. You can feel the rush of its air as its wings beat the ground, propelling it closer. The stairs seem to stretch possibly far away, to climbing to safely in eternity. You are getting closer. You hear your family. Meanwhile, up the stairs, the sound of your family grows louder. You can hear your mother panic and your father starts to alarm. Giant chicken's claws scrape against the concrete steps behind you. Its enraged squawk filling the air. You reach the top of the stairs and burst into the living room. You find your family huddled together in terror. You run to the kitchen and get a knife. Lisa get out of ghastly scene runs from the kitchen drawers, desperately searching for something to defend yourself with. Her eyes widen with fear as she watches you select a large butcher's knife, gripping it tightly with shaking hand. What are you doing, Timmy? That thing is not right. None of this is normal. We need to get out of here now. They have this place surrounded. By what could it be? Clones of Peter Griffin. You see the mold and soon you see there's a dozen Peters. They're bold of his heads and you're like, oh God, Timmy, what are we going to do? The voice trembles with fear. But there's a determined glint in her eyes as he surveys the kitchen looking for some anything to help you fend off the horde. Thank goodness that has sought. He's gonna report. Yes, it's in his closet, she says. Her voice burning. I'll get it. You keep watch. That's out of the kitchen, moving swiftly and silently despite her fear. You grip the knife tightly, for your heart pounding in your chest as you keep your eyes fixed on the living room windows. You see the Twitch streamer queso outside. Yep, buddy. Your band, he yells. You see Keith Miller far out the window. He's using now turning his chest. Smear of blood glass he pressed against his three more than grows out his grin. He's just surfing away as he hurries to retrieve his gun. You see Queso has grown in size, even though he was already ready. That watching Horace Grimm, massive form begins to grow, and his bloated body pressing against the glass like grotesque balloon. The window shuttering from the spray of broken glass as he crashes into the living room. His fat body that easily twice his original size. Impact sends furniture flying as he rolls to his feet, flesh rippling and bulging. The knife lies uselessly on the floor as your parents cry out in terror. Oh no. You see Stewie and Brian from Family Guy. Only they look normal. Thank goodness we got here before it was too late. Ryan says, he realizes it's treated Brian, their presence offering a glimmer of hope in the midst of the chaos. Chewie nods soundly as he takes you in the scene, his eyes narrowing as he surveys the giant twitching queso looming before you. Brian moves to your mother's side, his reassuring presence and covering the anchor amidst there. You two are not supposed to be here. Dewey stepped forward, his tiny hands clenched into fists, and his eyes narrowed and determined. We're here to fix this mess, Timmy. Brian and I have been dealing with these kind of things for a while. We know what to do. Brian nods in agreement, his eyes scanning the room for any signs of danger. First things first, we need to get everyone out of here, Brian says, his voice steady and calm. As Brian speaks, the floor door creaks open with a dark, ominous hallway that seems to stretch into an endless void. The twisted Peters outside seem to be held at bay by an unseen force. Their grotesque form riffing and startling just beyond the first hold. She runs into her room, shotgun in hand, her eyes widen with a mix of fear and determination. Dad's not here! Where could he be? Yarden word that explains the temporal disruption. Without an anchor, the dimensional bleed is spreading faster than expected. He chases the broken windows for dozens of pieces continue their song. We need to move now. The basement door slams shut with ominous bang, and Lisa's scream pierces the stair as the characters begin crawling over the walls of the basement stairs. Their movement naturally jerking around. This truly sounds like Stewie. This AI knows more. It just AI knows so much about Family Guy. We are all doomed. The twisted Family Guy characters go into the living room. Stewie and Ryan leap into action, Stewie's small form moving with surprisingly speed as he fires a barrage of shots from a hidden weapon. The bullet is tearing through the advancing horde. You watch as the Peters die from the attack. Question odds. Huey's barrage of bullets tear for the horde of twisted Peters. The grotesque form crumbling onto the floor in a tray of black ichor. Brian leaps into action, his powerful body slamming into the nearest foe, his fist connecting with a sickening crunch. Peters' agony shrieks in agony, his unnatural limbs flailing utterly before going still. You see the roof fly off the house, and the big obese queso staring down at you with hunger in his eyes. Then I've been your foot to a cold night air and a chilling sight of quesos grotesquely enlarged forms looming above. His eyes now pool with a malevolent hunger, fixate on you and your family with an unseemly intensity. The moon casts an eerie glow on his twisted features, highlighting the sickening bulges and ripples of his flesh. You see Stewie take out a grenade, dis- disguised as a cheese, a Big Mac. You hungry, fat man? He says. Stewie's voice is a high-pitched mocking echo as he pulls the pin on the grenade, his eyes locked into the monster above. Here's your Big Mac, you oversized freak! He shouts, his tiny arm drawing back and hurling the grenade with surprising force. The grenade arcs through the air, a dark silhouette against the moonlight sky before disappearing into Kisu's gaping maw. The explosion is deafening, a thunderous roar that shakes the very foundation of the house. Queso's body convulses violently, his grotesque form trembling as the grenade detonates from within. Black ichor and twisted flesh rain down from the sky, splatter onto the ground, and remaining twisted Family Guy characters below. You and your family escape and up and go to a bar to find dad. Here very feature in house light. Lisa clutching the shotgun as you run through the streets. Behind you, the sound of reality warping and splintering echo through the darkness. Your dad's car sits abandoned in the bar parking lot. The driver's door hanging open. Inside, you find him slumped over the steering wheel. He's frozen, a horrified exclaiming, "Suicide Samus is clinging. He's alive, but just barely." Dewey's face is grim as he turns back to you, his eyes darting to the chaos unfolding around you. "We need to get your dad to a safe place," he said urgently. "These dimensional rips are spreading too fast. The fabric of reality is unraveling." Lisa nods, her grip tightening on the shotgun. "I know someone we can hold up," she says, her voice steady despite the fear in her eyes. As you and Lisa help Stewie and Brian carry your father into the bar, the lights flicker ominously, casting eerie shadow on the worn wooden floor. The bar is empty, save for a lone bartender who stares at you with the wide frowning eyes. He's a burly man with a thick beard and a tattoo of a snake coiled around a dagger on his forearm. "How do we stop this from happening, Stewie?" As your conscious father on the floor has moved. "There's a nexus," Stewie explained, his voice turning urgency. "A convergence point where all dimensionals meet. If we can find it and seal the rift, we can contain the dimensional bleed and restore the timeline." "Where is it?" Someone's door back room, but when you answer, reality warps and twists around you. Flickers as twisted Family Guy characters begin to seep through the walls and floor. Their forms ripping through solid matter. The bartender screams as one of them. "It's here!" Stewie shouts over the chaos. "If we have to stop this, it's now or never." Stewie ground his scanning for the twisted Family Guy characters pouring every time. "We need to find a nexus and seal the rift." "I'll hold them off." You and Stewie go into the underground facility under the bar. Stewie looks at a GPS that shows where the nexus is. The underground facility is a maze of dimly lit corridors, lined with ancient machinery and monitors displaying distorted images of your family. Stewie's small form moves with surprising agility as he navigates the labyrinth, the GPS screen flickering ominously. "The nexus is in the old wine cellar," he explains, "but the dimensional bleed is already spreading faster than predicted." How close is it? Stewie checks his screen again, his robotic eye whirring. He has a robotic eye! Whirring as he calculates 2 floors down, but something's wrong with the readings. The nexus is moving as if it emphasizes his point. The ceiling groans ominously overhead. Ancient pipes burst, train caustic as liquid as each for is accelerating. You have minutes at most before the building collapses itself. You you fall as the floor breaks. You land on a pile of soft pillows right into the wine cellar. He's roaming around the wine cellar. The air is thick with aged wine, certain of medicinal industry. The room is chaotic and mix of wine racks, now warped and twisted, and flickering holographic images of Family Guy characters, their forms contorting and merging with the physical world. How do we fix it? So we've time for drops for the chaos. His robot is here. Texas is here. Stuff. We need to find the dimensional anchor and seal the rift. Glowing orbs cemented in the air, its surface swirling with a kaleidoscope of colors. He lunged to the next but your fingers press the surface. You feel your body, the orb pulses with sickening force. Stewie grabs your arm, yanking you back. Not like that, he shouts. You'll be torn apart. The orb waves and pulses, its survey of rippling with your father's face superimposed on Peter Griffiths. You see Stewie take out a golden symbol before he begins chanting. Stewie's hands weave complex patterns in the air as he chants in an ancient language, the golden symbol glowing brighter. The dimensional energy responds, but the effort drains him visibly. His tiny form trembles with exhaustion as the nexus pulses in sync with his work. The anchor is, we need your father's blood to seal around you. The racks twisting in nightmare shape. You remember you used a needle to take your father's blood. You only did it as a prank, but you didn't know it would be this useful. You frantically search for your pocket, find the syringe filled with father's blood. Sue's eyes widen as he pulled it out, hope flashing around his tiny face. Give it to me, he shouts, his voice trembling earnestly as you hand over. Figure bursts through the wall, a gross parody of Peter Griffin. Eh, I'll distract him. You finished this. Stewie nods grimly as you step between him and the monstrous form. The syringe clutched in its small hands, the creature lunges at you with inhuman speed, its flesh rippling and distorted as you move. You manage to dodge its first grasp, but its second swipe catches your shoulder, tearing your fruits. The pain is medium dense. The creature towers the horror, its features shifting between Peter Griffin's face sound far more horrific. You take out the kitchen knife and stab his eye. The blade slides through the creature's eye socket with a wet squelch. But rather than recoiling, it laughs. A sound like grinding glass. Its flesh composed like glow hacks, absorbing the weapon. Turns the ore has hands to that. Fingers long into your ripping tendrils, your throat. Stouts and alarming, the creature pulls you close, like face off. You are thrown back as a light signs. Dewey finished the ritual. As Stewie completes the ritual, a blinding light explodes outward from the nexus, washing over the rifting mass of dimensional energy. The monstrous creature recoils, its form beginning to disintegrate. Those around your throat dissolve into simmering motes of light. The pain in your shoulder fades as the flesh knits back itself together, leaving only torn fabric behind. Blinding light pulls and throbs, and nexus as it enters. Ryan Stiller, shudders and wavers, the nightmare shapes of the twisted family guy flicker and dissolving. Air crackles with energy, the fairy fabric space-time strain against the forces that threaten to tear it asunder. You wake up in your room. Room. Stewie and Ryan are by your bed. Thanks to you, everything is normal again. Brian says. The soft glow of your bedside lamp casting in the center of your home, Stewie and Brian stand by your head. There's a mix of relief and exhaustion. Brian offers you a small reassuring smile. You did it! He smiles his voice ready. You saved us all! Stewie nods his robotic eye, worrying softly. The sit up the events of the past few hours rush back to you in a whirlwind of chaos and terror. You look up right down your shoulder, expecting to see a gruesome wound. But there's nothing to but smooth, unmissable skin. The torso back of your shirt is only in the battle. You look up at Stu and Brian, where's my family? You're fine, Brian assures you, her tail wagging gently. Your dad's resting, and Lisa's downstairs making breakfast. We put things back the way they should be, but I was too close. Stewie hops down from the dresser, his tiny hands folded. Your dad's gonna be alright. The blood worked perfectly. But next time, maybe skip the pranking. He chuckles weakly. Though I guess we needed this time, so guess this is where your story ends. Soon we read your body being done. Your family fill the air, pots clink in the kitchen, twist up on the sear, the fridge. Though your window, you see the preference. Sally is swoopy. The old swing bat swing and gently for three. Banished for tracing her bones. Sweet Claire's phrase. Alright, well, this is where our story ends for now. We glance at Brian, who's on it. But you should know, the Minstrel's Rift we sealed is the only one out there. There are more all across the universe. They're getting harder to close each time. Tail drooping. Okay, this has been going far enough. I was trying to do it long, so I guess this is where it ends. Okay,